fairness. You know, our country, I believe, is at a different place today. I believe that President Obama has set a different tone, has gotten people speaking to each other, has done much for race relations. We must be mindful that the first African-American president would not be president today were it not for the white citizens of this country who opened their hearts and minds and voted for him. And that has not escaped notice. And I believe we are at a different place. And where several years ago, the race baiting that went on here brought political benefits, I don't believe that the non-minority, the non-Hispanic community, in large part buys into this. But there are those who are susceptible to hateful rhetoric. And we have an obligation to bring this to light and to educate our community about the dangers. When an elected official stands up day after day and says illegal, 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 and he's referring to human beings. The human beings that he's referring to cease to be human beings in the eyes of some. And that's what we're saying. And yes, one can be against illegal immigration and not be racist. But when you're referring to people's children as anchor babies, I believe that's racist. When you're putting out the message that that's a legitimate term and a 16-year-old hears that, I think he might be using that term. When he's referring to a child of immigrants, and whatever you might think of the parent's decision to cross a border, the child took no part in that decision. When somebody refers to those children as anchor babies, what do you think their 16-year-old friends are saying about or thinking about them? What do we think leads several young men to hunt a human being on the street like an animal and kill him? What kind of warped reality comes about as a result of elected officials framing public opinion? This report is not an attack on the non-minority community. The vast, overwhelming majority who do not buy into this hate. It's to highlight the fear in our community, because those who are susceptible to the race baiting and commit these crimes, the fear that exists. And we must understand that. The community of color must also understand that. It serves no purpose to put the non-minority community on the defensive for something that they have not done nor that they do not believe. But we must highlight the